Good afternoon, grade 3. How are you doing today? It's time for the English class reading lesson. So please take out the reading box, open the box page 376, 377. Today's story, Dolores Huerta, Growing Up Strong. Our story for today is a real story about a real character or a real person. So before we go on or we start our reading, let's review the words that we had in the vocabulary class. Do you remember? What was the first word? Citizenship. What does it mean? To be a citizen of a particular country, you have the rights and duties. What is the second word? Continue. This means to go on, something or work. Number 3, daring. It means brave or courageous actions that we do. Horrified. Yes, to be filled with a great fear or scared or afraid. Participate. To share or to take part in something or join a work. Proposed. Yes, to suggest. Unfairness. This means not fair or unfair or unjust something. And waver. Waver, this means to stop because you are not sure about something. That's great. So go back again to the reading. Dolores Huerta, Growing Up Strong. What do good citizens do? As we discussed before, a good citizen should be a good member of the community. Good citizens should help each other, keep the places or keep the community clean, respect and follow the rules. They have to donate or share the things that they don't need with others. Okay? Now we will learn how Dolores Huerta's action helped many people and changed their life. Dolores Huerta learned to help people by watching her mother. Good citizenship was important to her, and she taught Dolores that women can be strong leaders. When Dolores grew up, she had the same beliefs. Good citizens. Dolores was born on April 10, 1930. She lived in a small town in New Mexico until she was 3 years old. Then she moved to California with her mother and 2 brothers. Dolores grew up watching her mother participate in a community organizations. Her mother believed that all people deserve to be treated fairly. When Dolores was a young girl, her mother owned a hotel and a restaurant. Many farm workers who lived in their town were poor and hungry. They were paid very little for their hard work. Dolores' mother let them stay at her hotel and eat at her restaurant for free. This taught Dolores and her brothers that good citizens get involved in the community by helping their neighbors. Look at the photos and caption here. Dolores Huerta helped farm workers who spent many hours working in fields. This is a picture or a photo for the farmers, and this is a big field while they are working. Well, let's summarize what we read in this page. It's the beginning of our story about the real hero here. It's a heroine. This is Dolores Huerta. She was raised in a house where her mom was a good citizen and she has her own beliefs about helping people. Okay. She was born in Mexico, and when she was 3 years, they moved to California with her mom and 2 brothers. and her mom was active and effective member in the community. She participated or she shared work in the community organizations because she was believing or she believed that all the people deserved or need to be treated in a fair way. Her mom had a hotel, okay, and a restaurant, and many workers who work in the farms went to stay there. She tried to give them food. Yes, and they have to stay there without money. They stayed for free. And how was that helpful? Yes, it helped Dolores that good citizens should involve or get involved in the community by helping other people or by helping their neighbors. Turn the page. Dolores goes to school. Dolores saw how hard life was for farm workers in California. She wanted everyone to be treated fairly. This attitude continued as she attended college and studied to become a teacher. Many of the students that Dolores taught were the children of farm workers. These students were often tired and hungry. They came to school barefoot because they had no shoes. Dolores knew the need. Dolores knew she needed to help them. As a result, she went to her school's principal and proposed some good ideas. She tried to get free lunches and milk for the children. She tried to get them new clothes and shoes. Trying to help the children was a daring thing for Dolores to do. The other teachers did not agree with her ideas. Dolores risked a lot, but her beliefs did not waver. She decided to do something about the unfairness she saw. She wanted to find a better way to help farm workers and their families. Okay, so could anyone summarize for me what happened here in this page, or what you understood from these paragraphs? Okay, Dolores started to work in a school and she started to think about helping the children working there because the children are, yes, the farmers' children who work in their farms. What did she do? She thought about talking to or proposed some ideas to the principal of the school by giving them some food and some clothes and shoes. And what was the other teacher's reaction? They disagree. They did not agree, okay, with her ideas. It was, and yes, they were daring ideas. That's why they didn't agree. She still had her own beliefs and ideas and did not waver. Why? She wanted to find a better way to help farm workers and their families and children. Do you see the word barefoot here? What does it mean? So the word clue here, or context clue, this means had no shoes. So barefoot means had no shoes. While you are reading, I want you to think about the author's point of view. The author's point of view about Dolores here. This timeline here shows important dates in Dolores Huerta's life. Dolores is strong and fair. She is a strong lady and fair. Fair, she likes justice. 1930, Dolores is born. 1933, moved to California. From 1953 to 1955, worked as a teacher. 1955, she met Cesar Chavez. You remember Cesar Chavez? You had a story about him in grade 2. 1962, Dolores and Caesar started National Farm Workers Association. 1975, helped pass laws to protect farm workers. Look at the last page in the reading. Dolores stands strong. Every day, Dolores saw people working in unusually unsafe and disagreeable conditions. Disagreeable conditions, this means hard or not nice conditions. She was horrified, this means scared or feeling fear. Many farm workers had little money to feed their families. Dolores decided to do something. Here again, she decided to help people. Before, she thought about helping the students or the children in schools because they were very poor, they have no clothes, they were barefoot. That's why while she was a teacher, she thought to help them. Now, she decided to help other people or poor people. In 1955, Dolores met Cesar Chavez. He wanted to make life better for farm workers. I think you still remember who is Cesar Chavez, who worked in a farm with his family, and they don't give them enough money, and they let them to work long hours without food and money, and they protest against the farm owners. You remember? Good. Dolores and Caesar organized the workers into groups. So what they did here? What did they do? Or how they start to plan or proposed ideas? Yes. They organized the workers into a group called National Farm Workers. So this is the first step they did. Organize the workers. National Farm Workers Association. This group protected the rights of the farm workers. They put for them rights. What should they have to get a better life? Okay. It helped make big farms treat them better. As a result, working conditions on the farms improved. So what was the result for this association or this group? Yeah. Working conditions on the farms improved. Now they have rights. Before they couldn't have any rights. Growing up with a mother who cared about other people taught Dolores to be a good citizen. Her kind and brave acts this means actions, helped farm workers and their families. Who is a good citizen? Dolores Huerta is. That was our story for today. Look at the photo and caption here. Dolores Huerta speaks out for farm workers at a rally in 1969. Okay, look at Dolores. This is Dolores, and this is the American president. In 1998, she earned Human Rights Award from President Clinton. Okay, the question now. How did Dolores Huerta's action make her a good citizen? How? First, yes, that's right. First, when she was a teacher, she thought to help the children or the farmers' children in the schools by giving them food, clothes, and shoes. She talked to the principal about her ideas or suggestions. Later, she met Cesar Chavez. They wanted to make life better for farm workers. So what they did together? Yes, They organized the workers in a group called the National Farm Workers Association to have the rights and to have a good life or a better life for the farm workers. Good. Look at the author's point of view. Look at the details. Through the details, you can understand the author's point of view. What the author thinks here? Yes, he thinks that Dolores is a good citizen. How do you know? We have some details that Dolores' mother taught her to be a good citizen and a strong leader from the early beginning. Do you remember when we say her mom has a hotel and a restaurant and she offers food for free and she let the workers stay there for free in the hotel? And what she did also here? Helping her students was a daring thing for Dolores to do. And she met Cesar Chavez and they agreed together to, yes, to make organization or to put the workers in a group to have a better life for the workers. So what does he think about Dolores? Yes, she is a good citizen. She's a good citizen. What is the genre of this passage or this story? It's biography. What does it mean, biography? True story of a real person. It's a true story about a real person. It is written by another person. So who is the writer here? Is it Dolores or another one? Yes, another one. Includes text features. What are the text features here? We have the timeline. You remember the timeline? Timeline, this means the important events in her life. We have photographs and we have caption. You see the photograph here? And you see the caption here? And that was a timeline. A timeline, it shows the order of the events or important dates in someone's life. Our last part of our class now, this is the prefixes and suffixes. What does a prefix mean? What does a suffix mean? A prefix is a part of the word we put it in the beginning or we add it in the beginning of a word to give us a new meaning. Alright, what does mean a suffix? A part of a word, we put it at the end of another word or to the root word to give us a new meaning. So let us look at some examples about the prefixes and suffixes. We have different examples for the prefixes like non, un, m, n, l, or er. All these prefixes means not or the opposite. We put them in the beginning like nonsense, unhappy, irregular, impossible, incorrect. Okay, and we have this prefix re, this means again, like redo, revisit, review, replay. And miss means not or wrongly, like misunderstand. Okay, we have co or come like together, like construct, computer, cooperation. We have here dis or diff or die. This means away or apart. Let us have some suffixes example. When you put er or or at the end of a root word, this means someone who do this, like teach, teacher. Write, writer. Create, creator with OR at the end. Or for the comparison, fast, faster, slow, slower. So the meaning here is changing. When you put able at the end, this means capable of being, like unforgettable or credible. When you add d or ad, this means you are changing to the past form, like add, added, love, loved, play, played. When you put ing, this is the gerund or the noun, like mean, meaning, run, running, listen, listening. And when you put meant at the end, it means the state of action, like appointment, government. And we have different kinds of prefixes and suffixes. One of the examples that we had in our lesson today is unusually, unsafe, disagreeable. We have this, agree, it has able. So the word disagreeable, the root word here is agree, and it has both prefix and suffix. It has des in the beginning and it has able at the end. Safe, unsafe. Safe, it has on. It's a prefix, means not. Okay, usual, unusually, it has a prefix on and it has ly at the end. Unusually, the root word, this means usual. If we put ly at the end, it will be usually. So here we have a suffix and we add on in the beginning, it will be unusually. That's right. We finished our class for today. I want you to read the story again and give me a summary for Dolores Huerta. What were her great actions to be a good citizen in her community? Thank you so much. See you next time.